Tonight on the Maui Daily, Moke missed Maui. Waiohuli Spring Trail tells the tale. Lawmakers discuss gambling again and consider stronger oversight over towing. And a new middle school in Waikapu is in design. These stories and more right now. Aloha, welcome to the Maui Daily for Monday, August 24th, 2026. I'm Chivo Ching Johnson. Tropical depression Moke continues moving westward, south of the islands, with Maui's winds and showers easing off. The issue is the recovery from Hurricane Lala, which remains ongoing across the upcountry area. Lala brought hurricane-force winds nearing 90 miles per hour, toppling trees, power lines, and other infrastructure. Damage included a massive tree crashing through the convent at St. Joseph Catholic Church in Makawao, and significant impacts to family-owned Ohana Island grinds, as well as the home of the sewing hui, with fundraisers established for all three. The Summit District of Haleakala National Park also remains closed, while crews remove hazardous trees and general cleanup. Kipahulu and the campground remain opened. Maui County is still asking residents and businesses to document private property damage through Maui Recovers, and Governor Josh Green has requested a federal emergency declaration covering both Lala and Moke. If you need assistance with cleaning up, call 211. Olinda was one of the worst places for falling trees. Waiohuli Spring Trail was obliterated by the storm. The Maui Daily was there and filed this report yesterday.
Back in the 1950s, the Hawaii State Division of Forestry and the United States Forest Service created this tree growth research area up in Olinda to see how to grow pine trees for sawmill timber. There's no logging there anymore. It's a hiking trail. But not anymore. The forest has been destroyed.
Courtesy of Hurricane Lala, twigs where there used to be trees. There actually used to be a forest here. This is what it looks like now. Destruction. Look at this tree, completely split in half.
Through fire and storm, the experimental forest that's been standing here for nearly 70 years has been completely terraformed. You could never see the sky from here before.
This was always just thick, thick, thick forest. And now look at it. This used to be so idyllic up here. I mean, this was a fairy forest. I mean, this was a forest where the fairies used to come to.
Here's evidence of their little fairy houses.
I don't think there's any fairies left.
And if there were fairies, they were certainly blown away by Lala. There's no more path, no more trail, no more place to go.
This is unbelievable. What used to be a forest is now, I don't know, looks like a logging camp. Trees laying down, they used to stand up. Unrecognizable. Completely destroyed.
Those 1.5-mile hikes I used to take?
Those days are over for a long while because this is now an impenetrable forest. There used to be a canopy.
But it's gone now. No more sun-winking canopy. What we have now is what used to be trees snapped and broken by the wind.
Snapping trees like toothpicks.
So much for the forest on the top of Olinda. It'll be a long time before it comes back.
Talk about tropical depression. Imagine how some Nāhiku residents feel without their bridge. Their only access, the bridge, is washed out, leaving residents cut off. Maui Emergency Management Agency and MPD delivered a generator, fuel cans, and about 40 gallons of fuel by helicopter to 6 Nāhiku families. While some residents can cross a temporary footbridge, not everyone is able to. And MEMA's East Maui liaison has been conducting follow-up checks to identify residents' needs. MEMA says it will continue coordinating support for the community until normal access is restored. The Komike Lahaina went remote on Thursday, live from Molokai, and focused entirely on the coming transition of Kalawao County into Maui County, which under Act 171 will happen 1 year after the last Hansen's disease patient leaves or passes away. Council member Keani Rollins Fernandez warned that 1 year is a very short transition window, with questions still unresolved over county services, taxes, vehicle rules, planning, and emergency response agreements. DHHL also confirmed it will begin beneficiary consultations next year on whether homesteading could eventually return to Kalaupapa, while the National Park Service said there are important questions over future access and visitation. Community testimony largely supported careful planning and stressed that any transition must preserve Kalaupapa's history, identity, and the wishes of its patients and descendants. Here is a segment from earlier this year.
We are here in Kalawao where the first settlement was. It's hard to imagine that there was a settlement here now, but there are a lot of people living here and making here their home. So we're here today to give thanks for all the people that came before us.
Well, January is a very special month, and when you take a look at the beginnings of Kalaupapa, it brings us to today, which is January 6th. And January 6th in 1866 is when the first 12 patients came to Kalawao. And it was through their struggle, it was through their suffering that we have today a remembrance of everything that happened in January.
Today is a special day for all the people. They come from all the sick people, they come here in Kalaupapa to keep their life over here in this holy place. Now we have two saints, so it's so special today. All your folks, all the patients die here. God is taking all your folks' soul in heaven.
We honor all of the patients, not only the 12, but all of them, all 8,000 that were here and sent here and exiled here, taken away from their parents, taken away from their siblings. But they had somebody watching over them, and we're very grateful for that.
Yeah. Last Thursday, Hawaii's Tourism and Gaming Working Group continued weighing in on whether the state should legalize a lottery or other forms of gambling. Lottery officials said states can direct proceeds toward priority budget items like education or infrastructure. Members questioned whether Hawaii's visitor market could generate gaming dollars instead of continuing to rely on taxing residents for revenue. Opponents warned that sports betting and online casino games could likely result in dedicated dollars for addiction treatment. No action was seen at that briefing. Maui's towing problems came up during a state briefing last Wednesday, August 19th, when Representative Ellie Cochran questioned officials about predatory towing complaints in Maui County. Cochran said condo residents have reported their vehicles being repeatedly targeted and towed, sometimes even when the companies knew the vehicles belonged to the residents. Lawmakers are now considering whether stronger regulation and oversight of Hawaii's towing industry is needed. Laws for everything? Talk about towing. Maui County first responders handled a string of emergencies late last week, including a major multi-vehicle crash Thursday on Honoapi'ilani Highway near the Ma'alaya side of the tunnel that shut down The poly in both directions caused miles of backups and reportedly left people injured. A moped rider was also taken to the hospital after a single vehicle crash near the windmills. Firefighters responded to a brush fire near Ho'okele Street in Kahului, and crews were called to assist a kayaker in distress off Napili Bay. Maui fire crews Air 1 and Rescue 10 rescued a man with a reported broken ankle from Twin Falls, and on Lanai, a small single-engine aircraft ended up nose down near the active runway, but thankfully the sole occupant was reportedly uninjured. Kirril Basin has pleaded not guilty at his court appearance on August 19th to 2 counts of first-degree terroristic threatening, stemming from the viral incident earlier this month at Waikapu Beach. The court reduced Basin's aggregate bail from $1 million to $500,000 and imposed conditions, including a mental health assessment, random drug testing, no contact with certain individuals, and an order to stay away from Waikapu Beach and its parking lot. Basin remains innocent unless proven guilty. His next hearing is scheduled for September 28th. Maui Police and Maui Fire will face off in the annual Battle of the Badges softball showdown Saturday, August 29th at Iron Meahara Stadium in Wailuku, raising money for Maui County families facing cancer. The family-friendly fundraiser benefits the Pacific Cancer Foundation. Gates open at 5 p.m. The first pitch is at 6. Admission is $5, with food, refreshments, and merchandise also available. Plans for a long-awaited new middle school in Waikapu have moved into the design phase, with the first phase targeted to open in 2031 for 600 students in grades 6 through 8. The 26-acre campus is being shaped with input from Waikapu descendants, cultural practitioners, and Native Hawaiian educators, incorporating Hawaiian design principles and history. The legislature has allocated $76 million since 2022, and the eventual campus could accommodate up to 1,650 elementary and middle school students. A major milestone for Maui healthcare arrived today, August 24th, when UH Maui College welcomed the first class into its new Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. The first 4-year nursing degree students can complete entirely on Maui. The program is designed to grow Maui County's own nursing workforce to help meet the county's needs. Applications are also now open through October 1st for a separate program that allows certified nursing assistants to train to become licensed practical nurses, with classes beginning in the spring of 2027. Maui is full of do-gooders, with many residents volunteering regularly in their spare time. The County of Maui Volunteer Center has several new and ongoing ways to pitch in and help out. Upcoming opportunities include native habitat restoration at Keālia Pond, August 27th. Gardening at Maui Nui Botanical Gardens is set for September 2nd, and helping grow some goods Kahului Community Garden is on September 8th. Ongoing volunteers are also needed to pack locally grown food with Maui Hub, prepare meals with Hale Kaukau, or stock supplies for a Cup of Cold Water's outreach van. You can even help with events at the MAC. Find out about these and other opportunities through the County Volunteer Center at, all one word, handsonmaui.org. Up next, we take a look at the wetland wonder of Keālia Pond.
Hi, my name is Suzanne Conlon. I'm the Biological Science Technician here at Keālia Pond National Wildlife Refuge. The refuge was established in 1992 to provide a vital wetland home for the native and endangered Hawaiian coot, allied Keokeo, and the Hawaiian stilt, Io. Kuluha sedge and a kuli, a sea purslane, are important native plants for the coots and stilt during their nesting season. In addition, Keālia Pond is an important foraging area for migratory shorebirds and waterfowl during the winter months. Keālia Pond is the third largest remaining lowland wetland in Hawaii and the largest on Maui. So this is one of our ponds, and right now it looks like to be an important foraging pond for all of our Io that are hanging out. We can see a little bit of fish moving around here in the water, and they're just having a happy morning, having a snack. This will also become an important area for Hawaiian stilts nesting. They just like to nest on the open mud here. They make very shallow bowls or cups. Sometimes there's vegetation included. The males and the females share incubation. You can also see we have some native plantings in here, specifically the akuli, which is the sea purslane, that darker green, almost succulent type looking plant. And this is a favorite for the stilts to sometimes build their nests. Hawaiian coots, or alai keokeo, will actually, it's part of their diet if they chose. So this just gives a nice diagram of our Kanui Manu pond. Kanui Manu means place of gathering birds. So each of these ponds is important habitat, specifically for this time of year, the Hawaiian stilt, as we're approaching nesting season, but also during the winter months, migratory season. We'll see lots of different species of birds here, enjoying lots of different snacks that the ponds have to offer. The refuge is open Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Or you can call 808-875-1582 for more information. The mission of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service is to work with others to conserve, protect, and enhance fish, wildlife, plants, and their habitats for the continuing benefit of the American people.
Keālia is a beautiful place. Maui Humane Society is bringing its mobile veterinary clinic to Lahaina this Wednesday, August 26th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They'll be stationed at the YMCA West Side Resource Center. Services include $45 wellness exams, $25 microchips, and flea and tick prevention for just $20. The mobile vet clinic is stocked with select medications and vaccines, including sponsored core vaccines for dogs and cats. No appointment is necessary, but animals are seen in the order of arrival, and all pets receiving care must be microchipped. A sweet fundraiser this Wednesday will help 2 Upcountry Maui businesses recover from recent storm damage. Miss Valley Isle USA and Miss Maui USA Princess Preteen are hosting a Wildcrumbs fundraiser benefiting Haku Maui and Ohana Island Grinds, with cookies and cakes available across from St. Joseph Church in Makawao beginning at 5:30 p.m. Now, only 25 of each item will be available, with pre-orders encouraged through Miss Valley Isle USA. All proceeds are intended to support the 2 family-owned businesses as they recover from the storm. And that's it for today's Maui Daily. Mahalo for joining us. This is how we stay connected. Remember to check out Akakū YouTube channel for more content. I'm Chivo Ching Johnson. Please pay attention on the road. Have an enjoyable Monday night and keep smiling. Aloha.